remember that I got to the bus stop and then he said that, oh, is this your house? And I'm like, no. And he said, no, he's going to drop it to my house. That was the instruction my friend gave him. And then my man like, bro, yeah, he insisted, and then he took me home. And interestingly, we got to the gate, and then I'm like, oh, thank you, this is my house. And he said, share this is my house. I'm like, yes, now this. He said, he's going to enter and greet my friend.
Thank you for always watching the ADITLSeries videos. If you are a new viewer, I would encourage you to subscribe to this channel. If you're already married, this channel is definitely for you. If you're yet to be married, you're single like me, this channel is definitely for you as well. I want you to like videos when you watch them and click on the subscribe button just for the algorithm to spread to as many people as possible. Keep enjoying the video.
So I've got Mary Damilola Ayuba with me today. She is an author, a visionary, and the founder of the Multiwomen Network. And most recently, she's a newlywed. I think your story is a reminder many women need that you don't have to shrink to be loved. So let's talk about it today. Welcome to this podcast.
Thank
Thanks for
you. Thank you so much, Daniel. It's such a honor to be here, honestly. I'm so happy that finally we are doing this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And congratulations on your recent wedding anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I need all the bubbles and energy that comes with this. I believe you're bringing to this podcast, so I'm excited for it. All right, I mean, you can all tell that this woman she's very excited, she's happy. I mean, everything is in place. So the question I want to ask you first is, how did you meet this man that is like your king, your husband? How did you meet him?
Oh my God, funny story. Okay, so first again, I say thank you for having me. Honestly, thank you for doing the follow-ups, because I know that we had a lot of back and forth, but here we are, and I'm really glad that we are doing this. So how did I meet Emmanuel? Why am I blushing? Miracle. Okay, so
right.
I mean, funny story. We met at an event, interestingly, and that was like I think 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I went to host my friend's wedding in Akure, and I mean, it was just it's just like go and do a job, and that was it. And I know I saw him. I can't remember if I saw him at the event. But I know that at the end of the event, that was the following day, which was a Sunday, we were all together. So he's friends with the couple. I'm also friends with the couple. So at the time, I was closer to the wife. And we were all together. And we're all coming back to Lagos. Okay. So I remember, driving with the couple. And when we got to their house, somewhere in Lagos, they said, oh, Mary, go and join Ayuba. Ayuba is on him. So they're like, oh, Mary, go and join Ayuba. He's going your way. And I'm like, okay, fine, no problem. And that was actually how I think I saw him properly, on that day. And then he drove me home. As usual, it was just, me meeting somebody who is helping me to my destination. And we're just, gisting and vibing and talking as though we've known each other for long. I mean, it's just this also, he has this burst of energy that is really contagious around him. So I remember that we got to the house. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. I would just wanted to be sure. So I remember that I got to the bus stop. I wanted to stop. And then he said that, oh, is this your house? And I'm like, no, I'm still going to take maybe a bike. And he said, no, he's going to drop it to my house. That was the instruction my friend gave him. And then my man like, bro, And he insisted, and then he took me home. And interestingly, we got to the gate, and then I'm like, oh, thank you, this is my house. And he said, share this is my house. I'm like, yes, now this. I said, he's going to enter and greet my friend. Oh my God. And that was how he came inside. Fortunately or unfortunately, my parents were not around, and he was like, oh, now that he knows my house, we just stopped by one of these days maybe to greet my parents. And that was just our first meeting officially. I know that, I think he has known me before then, maybe because of the virtue of my work as an MC, but that was just the official meeting. And from there, we became friends, and the rest, they say, is history.
Oh, man, I envy your story. It's actually very beautiful. Come on. 6 years ago, first of all, that's a long time to have built friendship.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, the way it went about, you just got a ride, a free ride, you became a passenger princess from day one. Come on now. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so let's take it back a bit. We started off by talking about what you do. You are commonly known as the Multi-Woman, and you have a platform called the Multiwomen Network. I've seen it on social media and seen the work that you do. Well done on that. I mean, it speaks to the fact that you are an ambitious woman and also trying to challenge a lot of women to be better versions of themselves, right? There's this narrative that ambitious women struggle to find love. I remember the first ever episode on this series, marriage series. I was speaking to a lady and I told her that it was about ambitious women struggling to find love. And yes, so she talked about it, she attested to it, and she talked about the challenges. But the difference is that she is single. I mean, at the time we recorded that she's single. But yeah, you're married. And I want to know, did you ever experience that narrative? Did you ever believe that narrative? And how would you say you overcame it?
Okay, so in my own case, I have never believed that. Interestingly, I can't say that I've always been in relationships, but I've been in different relationships even before my husband. Okay. Because all the time when we were friends, there was nothing attached. It was not like maybe we started out like, oh, you're going to marry me, I'm going to marry you. We're just friends. And all through the years when we were friends, I was in relationships. I mean, I'd shared here before. My first relationship, I was like, let me not say I was a teenager, right? But I was exposed to love, or what the idea of love would be, at quite a early stage of my life, right? So all through my early 20s, I thought that I was going on the right path, and the relationship didn't walk through. And then I took a pause. I was the one that decided that I wasn't going to, give into any love, any relationship thing, because I felt like at that point in my life, I needed to focus on other things. So I was literally really focused on myself, building myself. I was attending events, I was in mentorship programs. I was just building myself. And I think I gave myself that break for about 3 years. And it doesn't mean that during that years, I didn't have men who were coming. And interestingly, even when I felt like, okay, fine, I'm ready now. I felt like I know better now. I could make better or informed choices. I had people who were around me who were interested in being in a relationship with me. And I remember that even before my husband, I could say that I had like almost, relationship. I would almost be in relationship with about 2 men. And so for me, the narrative has not always been that ambitious women struggle to find love. I think the narrative that the society might be trying to push actively is that because women who are ambitious or who are career driven, women who are enlightened, who are intellectual and all that, because they know better, they want to make better choices. And so because you know better, you understand that you don't just want to settle. And I think that was it in my case. Even when I had people who were saying, oh, Mary, I want to marry you, I wasn't in a rush to be married because I know better. I was making informed choices. In fact, I used to tell my friends at the time that I do not wait to see a red flag. Once I see a red line, I will just cancel you. And I'm sorry, it may be harsh, right? It may be harsh, but it's also because of the things I have known. So I know the difference between my right and my left. I know what I want and what I do not want. So when I see something that looks like what I do not want, no matter how insignificant you think it is, I can take a walk from the relationship because of that. I honestly can take a walk. And I remember breaking up with somebody because he said I wasn't appreciative enough. Okay, he had sent me a gift at the time. Very funny story. He had sent me a gift, and when I got the gift, I felt like this gift is not what I want to you. Now, I can make that decision because, hello, you go look me finish. You know, if you just send me anyhow gifts now. I'm sorry, I'm serious. But at that time, that gift felt like, what the hell is this? Like,
I get
no, I cannot. And it felt like I didn't appreciate what he sent to me, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That was the beginning of our issues. And I just felt like, you know what, if you cannot rate me on a particular level, I think you're not the one for me. And so because that was the beginning, so you can see something like that, right? So if you tell this thing to somebody else, somebody will be like, no, Mary, what's that? This is not a gift. Appreciate it now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I appreciate the gift, but there are gifts and there are gifts. You cannot give me just anything and expect me to just jump on it.
Right.
I can make that kind of decision because I know better. I know my worth. So I wasn't in a hurry at the time. And I remember when I was like, I think 28, and I wasn't even in a relationship at the time. I'd even taken a break, and I'm like, you know what, people should leave me alone. I don't even want to do any relationship again. And I made a decision to say, you know what, I want to go back to school. One of the things my friends were asking is, Mary, are you sure you're making the right decision? You are 28, but still praying for you to be in a relationship. Now you want to go and add a degree to. What is wrong with you? And you know, it was just me living my life. I didn't care whether a man was coming, whether a man was not coming. Me, I just want to live my life to the fullest, and that was it for me. So I'm not sure. I know that narrative exists, but I think it depends on the perspective we're looking at it from.
Wow, you just wanted to live your life to the fullest. I love that perspective to life. It's very beautiful because a lot of women get to that age and all they're thinking about is, hey, marriage, I need to get married, it's getting late. Whether because of pressure from family, from parents, and it makes them put a hold to many other things. But see, you focusing on your life, you even have to go for school, an entirely different country where you probably will not find the Nigerian man that you probably prefer. You know what I'm saying? And love still found you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lessons to learn from there. You know, and you just literally shattered that narrative altogether. And because you show that you can be ambitious, pursue your dreams, and still find love wherever you are in any part of the world.
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes.
Well done. Wow. Still, and already this addresses the question I would have asked around whether there were men that try to make you feel like you need to tone it down and stuff like that. But you gave an example already that's giving insight.
You see, Daniel, let me just quickly say something. Before a man can actually tell me to tone it down, you must have swallowed something. I'm not joking.
Right.
Like, I have always been this very bold person. I have always lived my life like this is my life. This is the way I am. I'm not hiding any part of me. Do you get? And so before a man would actually look at me and say, Mary, you're doing too much. I think you're doing too much. I think you need to reduce the things you're doing. You must have a lot of audacity.
Right.
I'm not joking because, guy, this is my life.
Right.
You don't call the shots in my life. So for you to just sit somewhere and think that I'm doing too much, I would first of all ask you what your definition of too much is. Because this is me that is still thinking I'm not even doing enough.
Right.
This is me that is probably still thinking, oh, Mary, there's still more to be done. There are, miles to cover. There are things you need to do, books to be written, places to go to. There are lots of things to do. Right. This is me just doing the barest minimum. So if you want to come and tell me that you are doing too much, your boldness, they are not selling it in the market.
Those men are definitely not for you.
You must tell me what you swallowed. And it's interesting because even the men that I probably was in a relationship with, maybe the relationship did not grow to the time or to the part where they could say that, because I would not even give you an opportunity to say that to me.
Right.
I will not give you an opportunity to say that to me. But it's just interesting that the man I am now married to is even one of the biggest supporters in my life.
Wow.
You know, when you're with the man that I say, babe, I saw this application. Do you think you want to put in for it? Oh, baby, I qualified for this. Do you think, let me tell you, with what has happened to me, I really just believe that there's a man for every woman. There's a woman for every man. Right. People should marry their kind. If you don't want an ambitious woman, a woman who is, and it's okay. I mean, it's your choice. It's perfectly fine. Right. Nobody's going to beat you if that is what you want. But if it is not wrong, if you know that you don't want to marry, you don't want somebody that is, ambitious. Yeah. And then those are the ones that are entering your eyes. Right. That's wickedness.
That's wrong.
Go for your kind. If you want a woman who is, just there, okay, it's okay. And all of us can coexist. We are all living
Right.
our life. We are running at different paths. So
Right.
everybody should also
So I guess that's a message to guys out there. I mean, if you say you like an ambitious woman, then you should be the one to work on yourself to fit into that kind of situation, not
Yes.
trying to shrink her, to be less of herself. Yeah. So thanks for putting that message out there. We're just gonna dive in a little further. Another challenge a lot of women face, and this goes to both men and women. There could be some limitations you have in your head, in your mind about yourself or your reality that makes you feel like this is going to stand in the way of my finding love.
Yeah.
It can be different things. It can be family background for some people. It can be health issues. It can be whatever it is. So my question to you is: was there any challenge that you faced at some point that you felt like was going to stand in your way of finding love, and how did you overcome it?
Okay, so I'll just say that with a part of challenge. See, Daniel.
Yeah.
There's nobody that does not have any challenge.
Definitely.
I'm not even joking.
Definitely.
And I think I've once heard it that even those of us that look so nice on the outside, if your whole challenge is not physical, it's going to be something that people can probably not see.
Definitely.
And so understanding that kind of already bring everyone to an equilibrium.
Right.
There's nobody that is perfect, 100% perfect. If you don't have a challenge, maybe in your character, it would be maybe a disability in quotes, in a certain regard. But I think for me, I've never ever thought of anything around me that is a limitation. And I'll explain, because this thing also has to do with your self-esteem, how you see yourself. When I was growing up, I mean, those who know me will know that I have, some spots on my body, on my back, on my face and all that. But it has never been a challenge for me. I will still do what I want to do.
Right.
I will still go out. I will still be on, platforms. I will still speak. I will still host.
You are the leader of the Multiwomen Network.
I was always in front of the camera. I do not care.
Right. Yeah.
I've just had this belief that whoever will love you.
Right.
With or without your challenges, with or without your scars, with or without your disabilities.
Right.
If whoever you are going to be married to, or whoever is going to be your partner, either man or woman, cannot accept all of you, you, including of your perfection and your flaws, including of the good and the bad, the ugly, I don't think that person is for you.
Right.
It's just as simple as that. I don't think that person is for you.
Right.
So it's better to be with somebody who loves you, who adores you, in spite and despite of everything that you have, and you also maybe actively working on yourself to be a better version of yourself, than for somebody to be thinking that they are doing you a favor by getting married to you, maybe because of any disability you have or even any deformity. That's going to be a tragedy.
Right. It's very this is a very big challenge for everyone. And what I picked up from your response now is that this is about your self-esteem, not about any other thing. It's about the way you see your own self.
Right.
Because the way you see your own self is the way other people are going to see you.
People will see you, yes.
Irrespective of whatever challenge you're facing. Yeah. And everybody definitely has challenges.
How you see yourself and how you also present yourself. You see, perception is a accumulation of how you put yourself out to the public and how the public receive it. What you say about yourself, we will believe it for you. We will not argue with you. We will not contest with you. We will not. If you tell us that, oh, your head is like egg, we are going to accept it with you. We might question you at some point. Oh, are you sure your head is like egg? But if you say it repeatedly, we are going to. That's what you say. Okay, we will accept it for you and we treat it well. That's really how it is.
True that. Thanks for that. I'm trying to skip the question where I ask you, what signs made you confirm that your husband was the one? We'll be going to some of all those.
I did not dream.
From the look of things, I can tell that this one is. I mean, it's a passion. It's from the love. The love was strong. Just briefly, yeah.
When my husband and I when we were still friends, there was never a time when the conversation of are we going to be married came up. Never ever throughout our friendship. And I remember that even then I used to tell him about the people I was in a relationship with. So it's like if somebody came to me today and is like, oh Mary, I love you, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Trust me, in like maybe a month, Ayuba is aware of who you are. I'm sorry,
Right. As it should be, as it should be.
I mean, it will just come up in our conversation. And the same thing with him also. I used to know about, the people. And in fact, sometimes I used to give him some counsel, good advice as a good friend that I am. And, I remember that when I was leaving Nigeria, I think in 2021, when I was leaving, I think maybe my flight money was not complete or something. I don't know, but there was something that I needed money for. But that day I was in his office. And I was saying, oh God, this money is not complete, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, what's the balance? How much is remaining? And I told him, and then he gave me the balance. And I remember him saying that, Mary, see, when you leave this country, don't come back home. But as you are living like this, just, go there, go and live your life, go and get married, settle there, go back to Nigeria. I'm not joking.
You married your friend, though.
And he was really giving me that advice, and I'm like, okay, fine, thank you, no problem. But I know that when people told me at the time that, oh Mary, when you get to Cyprus, get a husband, I'm like, I'm not going to Cyprus to look for husband. I want to go for school, and in school I'm going to do. I want to face my studies.
Right.
And I remember that. I think the first year I felt, let me say that the love started when I was in my 200 level.
Okay. Wow.
It was just from a conversation. So apparently at the time it wasn't in any relationship. I wasn't in any relationship. I was even done, right? Because I don't want any stress for my life. So we were just talking. I think in maybe the May of that year, our conversation became more frequent than it would usually be. And in my mind, I'm like, what's happening? This one that me and Ayuba are talking very, very frequently. And we kept on conversing like that. We just kept the energy on. And on his birthday, because again the conversation has intensified, you can tell when there's something brewing, no matter how little it is. You can tell when the smoke is coming up. And so on that particular day, I think I sent him a very long message also. On that birthday, I was in my mushy attitude.
Yeah.
I was just sending him plenty things because Ayuba is a good person. He's really, really a great friend, And I was just sending him plenty.
Sorry to interrupt you. Is his name, because Ayuba is his surname, right?
Ayuba is his surname, but that's
I like the way you're calling him Ayuba. That's
what almost everybody calls him. If you call him Emmanuel, he might not even answer. Ayuba is his surname. So I was just sending plenty messages, and I said, I love you, don't forget. Hey!
Come on now.
Guess what?
You have finished him. You have brought the man down.
Guess what? When I
not that way.
When I sent that message, I think I now deleted it because I felt like I'm Mary now. Don't do that. And I didn't know that he had seen it. So that night, that was like the longest call of our lives. We've been, having frequent calls, like I say. We talked till late in the night. Mostly because again I was 2 hours ahead of Nigerian time, so it was just, I know that I'll definitely talk to him. So that night was like, Miracle, you sent me something today, can you come over that thing again? I'm like, I wanted to deny it, but there was already a cut,
Thank God there was a cut.
So he asked me and he was like, Mary, do you mean what you said? I'm like, I'm not sure. Well, which one? I said a lot of things. Which of them? Don't play with me. Don't play games with me, right? You literally said you love me. Are you sure? Now, this is one thing about me. All throughout our friendship, I have a lot of boundaries. I don't mix friendship with pleasure, if that makes sense. So there's never been a time when I would just call you. Maybe you're my friend now. Is that for me to just tell you, some emotional things or bring you. I don't do those things, right?
Okay.
So if I am with you, you know that I'm with you. I don't leave you guessing, right? But my husband is the free type. I mean, he would come to your DM and say, babe, how far? Is that kind of person. So I don't even read meaning to most of the things he says sometimes, right? Because for all of us who are his friends, he's like that.
Right.
So that night, it was like, do you mean it? I'm like, I wasn't joking. That was how my husband turned Zitino.
Oh, more sharp guy.
He got angry. He got angry. He flared up. He was like, oh, so you knew all along. You were interested and you just kept quiet. You were watching me get into different relationships. Yeah,
wow.
I'm like, bro, calm down.
Interesting.
No, that was not funny. He was not happy. He was so angry. And I'm like, guy, why are you angry? Like, I don't understand. You want me to come and be telling you that I'm here. You that I'm here, you have not seen me. Was I not here when you were getting into different relationships?
Interesting.
And I think that he told me that day, he told me that one of the reasons he never ever wanted to talk to me about, relationship was because he wasn't sure what my response would be. And he didn't want a situation where he would maybe bring up relationship matters and maybe I would say no. And then our friendship will now scatter because personally I have a principle. If we have ever dated, I cannot be your friend. I'm sorry. No matter how nice, the relationship was, for whatever reason, I just believe in everybody go your way. Relationship do not work. Day your day, make I day my day. I don't want no emotional attachment, nothing brewing. So he just said that he wasn't sure what my response would be. And so he just felt like instead of me to ruin this friendship, let me kukuma manage this friendship I have with Mary and not use relationship talk to scatter it.
I get that.
And so I'm like, you could have tried, you could have attempted. You
play this smart though. I like the way you played. It's good that you took it to the point where you yourself you could never hold it again. You just like
yes, like I had gotten to my end. I'm like, you know what? I can't hide this anymore, guy.
Yeah.
And that was really just how we started the relationship. As at the following day, my husband said the following day I called him babe, and he was like, he cannot believe it that Mary actually called him babe. Hey, everybody come on here.
Interesting. That's so sweet. So sweet. I can feel the love from here. It's palpable.
That was how the whole thing started, and I mean, we just took it. And I think at that time I already knew, but you know what? I beg no more shakara jare. Let's just do this thing and get done with it.
Lovely. I'm so happy for you, both of you. And it's your 1 year anniversary now, and 1 year is 12 months. 1 year is 365 days. 1 year is a lot of time. So what's one thing you were surprised to learn about yourself since you became a wife?
Since I became a wife, are there shocking things? You will continue to see shocking revelations every day. If I would say that, I think one shocking thing that I probably have discovered is I maybe didn't know how soft I could be, because again I've always been the energy person, and on the outside I'm still that person. I'm just maintaining my steez on the outside, but when it comes to the home, I'm not what I am outside. I'm not my profile. I'm not a speaker. I'm nothing. I'm just literally here as someone who is loving this man, and that realization is so beautiful because it's just a perfect blend of both sides.
This is the point where I insert Adekunle Gold. I'll play the song whenever. Wow.
It's just that I didn't know that I had the capacity to do these things together, but I mean, it's just every day leaning into this is so beautiful. Honestly, it is so beautiful. And the fact that in marriage you have to always talk, talk. It's also something that sometimes I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to be doing in this marriage? And I remember, I remember one of those days. My husband was saying that that when we are married, we are living our lives like we're continuing to live our lives, but this time around, you're not living your life in the presence of somebody else.
Right.
And so that's like the difference. So it kind of puts a lot of things, it shapes a lot of things for me, and that I'm no longer making decisions all by myself. My husband is not also making decisions all by himself. I mean, it's just two sane people agreeing to say that we're going to make good use of this life that we have. So, I mean, it's beautiful.
Right, making decisions with the other person in mind. Right. I mean, that's basically making decisions with the other person in mind now.
Yeah.
And I like the way you said, hard girl for the outside, inside my house, I'm my most vulnerable
soft girl, okay?
That's going to be your home, your spouse, somebody you're supposed to be the most vulnerable with, and I'm happy for you on that one. So let's round it off. We've shared a lot of, give them a lot of juice.
Thank you.
And the way to round it off, I want you to, what would you say to a woman who is ambitious? She's visible out there, and maybe a little scared or scared. I'm wondering if she will ever be loved. If love could speak to her directly, what would it say?
Let me tell you, after asking this question, I'm just looking at myself. It is me now that is in a position to give advice. Hey, what the Lord has done for me.
Nice.
I'm sorry, but I mean, it's
I love you.
If I would advise an ambitious woman, I would just say that don't reduce what you're doing simply because you want to find love. Of course, the balance is necessary, but you don't have to shrink. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to be who you are not simply because you want to find love. Why? Because the man that would love you with all of the things you do, all of your plentiness, if there's anything like that, there is that man, and the man will come. Now, if the man is not coming at the time you want it to come, I really need you to trust God, because it may not be at the time you want. Live your life. I think that that's one principle that has worked for me at every point in time. I am looking to live my life to the fullest. I just believe that I have a higher calling, and I am going to give an account of everything that God has committed into my hands to do. So at every point in time, I want to live for what God has asked me to do. I want to do what God has sent me to do. I don't want to be done with this earth and it's like, I gave you so capacity. Why are you not able to do it? Oh, because I was looking for a man. What's that? What is that?
Come on now. This will have to go viral because you tell God, I didn't do what you asked me to do because I was looking for a man. Wow. You yourself, you cover your eyes like this.
That's an insult. That is really an insult. That's how I see it, and that's how I've always seen it. And so I just always believe that the man will come. You also position yourself in a space that you can be found, if that makes sense. Because again, I think that one of the challenges that some persons might have is how, on the outside, everybody looks like they are married. I mean, I've had some of my friends that I literally had to ask them, that guy, come, are you really in a relationship? Why? Because the appearance they put out on the outside looks as though they're actually in a relationship. So maybe because they don't want people to know that, I'm single, they just act accordingly as though. So if you are acting as if you're in a relationship and you are not in a relationship, people, they will not find you.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, be open. If somebody comes your way and you think that, this is somebody that I can work with or I can live with, it's okay. Everything will balance along the side. If you're looking for a perfect man, like knight in shining armor, how did they talk about? But then the Lord is with you.
Yeah. Wow. You've dropped a lot of bombshells, and I'm sure I'm very certain that this one is going to inspire a lot of people. As a way to round, if you said, don't reduce yourself and don't shrink yourself because you want to find love.
Yeah.
You said, live your life to the full.
Yes.
To the fullest, and then trust God. And I like that punchline that you dropped when you said, you think about the fact that you have a purpose to fulfill and God is the one you're accountable to.
Yeah.
You don't want at the end of your life you're telling God that I had to shrink on my purpose because I was finding man. We drop mic at this point. Thank you, Mary, the multi-woman, for sharing your story with us, and I pray that you spend this in longer years, happy marriage, and we'll come back again to do this to the glory of God in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much, and have a lovely one.
Thank you so much. I'll send your regards to my husband.
Hey! I'm very happy for him. I've learned a lot from him. He's a sharp guy.
Thank you so much.